Hello, welcome back to the Multifamily Monday episode of Des Moines Real Estate. And this is the channel of Des Moines Real Estate with Darson. My name is Darson Grantham, real estate agent with Keller Williams. In today's Multifamily Monday, I'm going to go through the pending, the sale, the expired, the sold small multifamily in Des Moines, Iowa that is listed on the multiple listing service. Here we go, let's dive in. Okay, so first we have looks like we have one new listing, one back on the market, 3 pending, and 5 sold last week. So, and that's a week of Monday to Monday. The new listing is 2625 Cottage Grove. And I actually just did on Friday, I did a walkthrough of this property. And I videotaped it all. It's about 20 minutes. If you want details and you want to see what this looks like from an agent's perspective, I walked through it, looked at most all of the units as much as I could. A couple of them were under rehab, but I did get a good perspective of what you're looking at. It's a big project. It is priced accordingly, even though it looks very low for a 5-unit. It is probably priced accordingly. It's a big project, but happy to send that to anyone that is interested. So by all means, shoot me a text, email me, and I can get that to you. The next one we'll look at is what's back on the market. Back in the market, and we touched on this last week. So this one was back in the market. So I wonder if there's some sort of overlap. 2822 Cottage Grove. It's actually just a block away from that other property that was just listed, 2425 Cottage Grove. This one is a duplex. It is 2 3-bedroom units. It does have a wonky foundation, and I've looked at it. The city has inspected it. It says it's good. Don't take my word for it. Have your inspector look at it also. And also the mechanicals are all 20 plus years old. So your furnaces, your ACs, and your water heaters all 20 plus years old. So take that into consideration when you're buying it. Still, I think it's a pretty solid buy at this price. I know they just did walkthroughs over the weekend. There are tenants in both units. Both leases go through fall of 2021. So you're going to be basically buying property with contracts and leases in place. If that's what you're looking for, this could be the property that might, fit your need. We had 3 price decreases, and the 3 price decreases are if you remember 3 or 4 weeks ago, listed date 12/10. These 3 properties were listed. They're all listed by the same agent and all listed by the same owner. And they were listed, which I thought was a little on the high end, and they all came down 20 some days later. And let's see, how much did they come down? This one came down 10 grand. This one came down 20 grand. And this one came down 10 grand. So when we have properties that decrease price in the first 20 days or right at 20 days, either one, the seller is very motivated. 2, the seller knows that they overpriced them from the beginning, and they're now kind of getting back to where the market says they probably should be, because having these properties in the small multifamily arena sit and not go pending in just a handful of days, it tells you something. Either, and I haven't walked through any of these, so either tells you these properties are rougher than what the pictures tell us, or it's that they are overpriced. And an investor is going to look at these and just not see as much cash flow as they want for the product that you're buying or that you're receiving. But overall, 3 properties, and they all decreased 10,000, 20,000, 10,000. I'm leaning on the side of motivation. This seller might be, you might be doing a 1031 exchange and needing to get them sold. I don't see that in the listing. I don't see that in the listing. The agent remarks, nothing of that tells me that. But it's hard telling. 3 properties went pending. And so we will look at those. Well, this one it's a 24-hour sale. Can't really do much about that. Don't really know much about it. 2730 Capitol Ave, another 24-hour sale. And this one came on the market, went off the market immediately. So I don't think it was not a 24-hour sale. It looks like it was a Windsor Heights duplex, 3-bed, 2-bath. It was listed on 12/23. So we didn't even get this property as a listing, as an active listing on our last Multifamily Monday. I don't think. Doesn't ring a bell. I know I looked at it a few times. But to me, the reason this property went so fast is a couple things. It seems to be a pretty solid property. There doesn't seem to be any big rehabs, any big issues. So that brings in another kind of turnkey set of buyers types. It's built in 1972, so it's a newer build. And then it's in Windsor Heights. And Windsor Heights property values and just the market in general is a pretty solid market.
We had 5 sell. We'll take a peek at those. 1042 18th Street. It sold for $520, and it looks like it was listed for $579. I actually did walk this property, and it was pretty well put together. Your standard, side by side. It was not a conversion. It was a good looking property. The next one that sold was 1117 22nd Street in Des Moines. I don't remember this property. Looks like it was on the market 70 days. Yeah, sold for 90, listed for 110, so still below asking. Next property, 1125 18th Street, and I actually was the buying agent on this property, and so I'm very familiar with it. And we put an offer in 165 and got it accepted a couple days on the market. Just a good solid property. It was a conversion, or is a conversion. Nothing out of the norm. Real solid property. 1241 72nd Street. This one was listed for quite a while. This one was listed at $209,900 and actually had a couple price decreases. Started at $217, went down to $209. So just 2 went pending, went back on. It was occupied. One of the units was pretty good, and the other one needed a light rehab once the tenants moved out. That $195 price it's a pretty solid price. It's Windsor Heights, especially you're looking at a 2-bedroom, 2 2-bedrooms, and so if we remember correctly, the 2 3-bedrooms sold for $260, and it was just almost no days on the market. So whoever got this at $195, that's a pretty, looking at the market, that's a pretty solid deal. And then this one, just a couple days on the market. I remember this one, we did this on one of our initial walkthroughs or our initial videos. Was it a 24? It was not a 24-hour sale. Not very many details about the property. 2 2-bedrooms for $1. Yeah, so it went over asking slightly. It listed at $149 and went for $150. 4 days on the market. So, that $150 price, that's pretty solid. This is a south side property. So we'll look at the location of it. Yeah, so kind of right in the middle of the south side, not too far south to get into kind of a different demographic, not too far east to be in your Easter Lake area, but good solid property. I would imagine the rents on that, gross income $1,490. So those seem a little bit low to me. So if you're looking at $735 each door, $735 seems a little low for a 2-bedroom apartment on the south side. You should be looking upwards of $800 to $850, maybe $900 if it's well done. But totally depends on the product. Tenants are not stupid. They know what they're getting. They know how to shop the market. They use Facebook quite a bit to see where their apartment stands up to what other options they have. So kind of it's an incentive to keep your property in good shape as a landlord. So that kind of wraps up this Multifamily Monday episode. One of the things I'm going to do so next week, So end of each month, I'm going to do a month of recap. So I'm going to do the previous year's same month versus current year's month. So next week on Monday, I'm going to end the Multifamily Monday episode. But at the end of the Multifamily Monday episode, I'm going to look at the month of December in 2019, what sold, what did the properties look like versus all of the properties that sold in December of 2020 to get just a feeling for where the market's at, just giving you as the buyer, the investor, more knowledge, more education on how the Des Moines market is looking and where investment opportunities might come in the future, because you need to look behind to see what possibly will happen in the future. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, shoot me a text, send me an email. Merry Christmas and have a good New Year. I wish you the best of 2021, and I will talk to you next year. Corny little joke.